So we often get asked at what point we started designing the GTA. Truth is, we immediately after the Quadrifoglio launch in 2016 continued to play with ideas of where else to take this amazing car. So it was actually over the course of many, many years that we started sketching on a more extreme version of the Giulia. And for the 110th anniversary, it seemed to be the right time to actually show this creation.
When we thought about the anniversary, we wanted to bring something very unique on the market. We wanted to celebrate this, and the best celebration that you can do is to bring a new car for the Alfisti, for the customers, for all the ones who are fallen in love with Alfa Romeo. So we tried to create a link between the current range that we have with the Giulia and the Stelvio and the history that we had. So really this car, more than a celebration of the anniversary, is a gift. It's a gift for 500 customers, it's a gift for 500 people who love Alfa Romeo.
GTA is, the acronyms of Gran Turismo Alleggerita, so an enlightened car. Based on the look and the appearance of the GT Junior and the coupe of the Giulia family, and has been presented in Amsterdam in '65 as a performance vehicle capable to be adopted by the most important races in the category of tourism as a very performative car with the sporting, basically the 1.6 aluminum engine, the twin cam, the famous Giulia family architecture of engines.
The Autodelta sticker on the side of the car, by the way, is a tribute to the history of the car, because back in the days the Autodelta logo was applied on the old GTA of the '65 because the car was prepared from a racing division that was not the official Alfa Romeo Racing, but was a racing team that was preparing and developing the car. In a certain way, we did the same with the new GTA, because we were not officially developing the GTA. It was a team inside the Skunk Workers that were thinking about something really extreme about the Quadrifoglio, and so we decided to do the GTA. So it's a tribute, and in a certain way it's a philosophical approach consistent with the past.
Ecco l'Alfa 158, la famosa Alfetta, che Nino Farina, l'avvocato...
Hang on straight, the Alphas are well over the 100 miles an hour mark. Their acceleration through the corners is highly impressive.
Il pilota dell'Autodelta consolida così il primato.
If I have to summarize the design, I would say that we have taken the Giulia Quadrifoglio, because it's based on the Quadrifoglio, and we have tried to find every detail possible to make it unique. From the rear spoiler, from the stickers, from the interior in terms of seatbelt, the color that we have chosen, the flag, the Italian flag that we have put inside the cars, the carbon fiber that we have also used. All these things which reinforce the uniqueness and reinforce the sportiveness of the cars, which is the ultimate goal for the GTA.
So when we design an Alfa Romeo, there's never a moment where we work in isolation here in Centro Stile. An Alfa Romeo, because yes, we're very proud about how beautiful Alfa Romeos are, but equally how well they perform. So to achieve this balance between beauty and performance, it can only work if from the beginning we have an equal participation between design and engineering. And of course, especially when you work on a machine like the GTA or the GTAm, which is all about performance. Yes, the car looks incredible, and I think the solutions were really nicely translated into something that is also aesthetically in line with the car, but very much in collaboration with engineering. So it was a true partnership of the two functions at all times. So carbon fiber is a material that we excessively used on the GTA and M for lightweighting. So the whole front part of the car is carbon fiber. A lot of the carbon fiber you don't even see. The hood, for example, is carbon fiber. The fender are carbon fiber. The whole front fascia is carbon fiber, but it's painted, so it's not really visible. But then there's a lot of exposed parts of carbon fiber, the aero pieces. We also have the wheel arch extension in the back, the rear wing. Those are exposed carbon fiber pieces. We actually like very much working with carbon fiber. It's a material that can almost do anything. But the two differences you need to understand when working with carbon fiber, and you really have to pay attention to in the design phases, what will become aesthetic and therefore will be shown, and what is non-aesthetic. And you can see when you look at a real performance car, even all the way up to Alfa Romeo racing, a Formula One car, a group that we worked hand in hand with and helped us tremendously with the development of these parts. We discovered very much the impact, the aesthetic impact, and the difference between aesthetic carbon fiber and non-aesthetic carbon fiber. So we had to make deliberate choices and made sure that the parts that were exposed really were aesthetic. And what that means is basically you really have to pay attention to the orientation of the carbon fiber weave, for example, whereas when you paint it later, you can't just do it any way you want. So there's really differences in how you have to approach it, but carbon fiber is a wonderful material to work with. So when we designed the Giulia GTA, when we had it in the studio, you can imagine that our walls were filled with reference images of the original GTA. And one thing you can't escape looking at these images were some of these iconic liveries. And what I really liked about them is they had a completely different solution than you saw on maybe other brands at that time, with this kind of dip nose. And the dip nose basically was done back in the day to identify the driver. So the car either had a complete nose in white or in light blue or in ochre and this kind of burnt yellow. And that's something we thought was really, really cool. So when the car was done, when the GTA was done, we thought this would be a nice opportunity for our customers, if they so wish, to also apply this kind of historic livery. So while the car in itself is not referring to the GTA with retro design or anything, but just the nameplate, we thought with the liveries, we allow our customers to actually create this nod to history, to actually make that connection to the original GTA and apply some of these really, truly iconic liveries.
Lo tallona da vicino Weber, il pilota dell'Alfa Romeo tedesca, che sarà brillante secondo. Poi ecco una folta schiera di alpisti tutti bravi ed appassionati dilettanti che ripongono la loro fiducia nella GTA. Il triestino Moncini.
The important things when we touch on the engine, what we wanted to do with the performance was not only increasing the number of power that we had. It's a quadrifoglio base where we have redeveloped a unique cars, matching 30 horsepower more, yes, but also a right balance in terms of weight, 100 kilo less on the cars, also in terms of how the car is going to perform on the race, so with some specific element in terms of spoiler and so on. So it was really to try and to find something unique for the cars, which will be driven by the customers.
When we worked on the engine to reach the 540 horsepower, we had to rework on the engine as well. So just to let you know, it's not just an ECU remap to reach that power, but is also a re-engineering of the engine. Just to have an example, we have 4 oil jet cooler for each piston instead of 2 that we have on the quadrifoglio, because we had to reach that power output keeping the same reliability the quadrifoglio. On the GTAm we have a specific aerodynamic package. We have a front splitter that is like on the quadrifoglio and like on the GTA, an electric actuated splitter, so it could go down over a certain speed, but you can also adjust it in what we call the X direction, so in the front of the car manually, to increase the area and the downforce on the front of the car. In the same way, on the back of the car we have this huge rear wing that is adjustable, so the central part could be inclinated in a different position, adjustable manually from the customer, and we will give some guideline to the customer depending from the circuit where the customer will drive for a track day or something like that, giving the aero setup that is the ideal one for that circuit. By the way, as you know, every single customer and every single driver has some preferences about the setup of the car, but this is just an idea.
Currently in final testing, the GTA has taken Alfa Romeo back to its roots. It is a testament to Alfa Romeo's design, styling and engineering history. Have Alfa Romeo return to the forefront of sports car design.
Giunti con la GTA deve difendere il suo ha già strabiliato tutti al suo debutto italiano nella categoria. Ripongono la loro fiducia nella GTA. Il triestino Malia, le GTA dell'Auto Delta saltano al comando.